Starlight buzzing like a tired neon prayer. Bartender counting tip styles in your stare. Jukebox humming something low and slow. Half these ghosts in here still won't go. I've been early to trouble, late to the truth, fast with a sermon, slow with the proof. Chased every echo, drank every rhyme. Thought I was behind, I was just in time. For the fall, for the fire, for the long road, pulled through the wire. I might have been late to the party, late to the fame, late to the fight. Missed a few trains in the midnight, took the wrong turn most of my life. But I'm right on time for the mercy, right on time for the light. I was lost when I thought I was winning, now I'm right on time. Wore that crown like it paid my bills, built my throne on cheap, cheap thrills. Every cheer's got a quiet cost, every win hides what you lost. Watch the loud boys burn too fast, watch fake legends never last, watch good men sell their shine. I was one of them once, not this time. For the fall, for the fall, for the cold truth, cutting the wire. I might have been late to forgiveness, late to admit I was wrong, late to lay down my defenses, late to quit singing that song. But I'm right on time for the healing, right on time for the night, where the silence sounds like freedom and the dark feels like light. Yeah, I'm right on time. No spotlight, no applause, just a Barstool Prophet with a few old scars. No halo, no disguise, just a man who finally looked in his own eyes and said, I might have been late to the wisdom, late to the truth in my bones, late to let go of the ego, late to come back home. But I'm right on time for the mercy, right on time for the grace. I was chasing the world for approval, now I ain't chasing a thing. I'm right on time for the calling, right on time for the fight. If it took me this long to get honest, then I'm right on time. Bar lights come up, chairs flip upside down. Truth don't shout, it waits. Sometimes you don't show up late, you show up ready.
We've been past perfect, we've been past prime, we've been called realists 100 times. Been said y'all done had it, we said watch this. They wrote our obituary, we rewrote the script. We wrote the script. We've been last call. We've been last call. we've been first round. We've been kicked out, we've been hometown. We've been too loud, we've been too real. We've been the reason the bar lights still feel. Ain't washed up, just worn in. Ain't faded out, just settled in. We've been past perfect, but we ain't done. Still got a match, still got a tongue, still got stories, still got scars, still got truth under these stars. They say the future's young and fast. We've been here, we've been past. We've seen high rise, we've seen high fall. Seen kings tripped in bathroom stalls. Seen loud boys burn too bright. Seen quiet men outlast the night. You don't retire from who you are, you just trade the neon for a different bar. We've been past perfect, we've been past blame. We've been the rumor, we've been the name. Still got fire, still got class, still got time. We ain't past leg and chase what don't last. We've been here, we've been past perfect ain't past tense. It's proof you've been through it. Perfect. We've been past plain. It's proof you've been through it.
River runs muddy behind this town. Levee holds, but it don't hold sound. Choir robes hang in the backseat. Halos crooked on Beale Street. Sunday morning, hands in the air. Saturday night, nobody cares. Same boots kneel that danced all night. Same lips pray that started the fight. We ain't divided, just complicated. Grace gets poured and it gets wasted. We're Delta Saints and Barstool Center. We fall hard, but we stand up winners. We light candles, we light cigarettes. We make promises we ain't kept yet. We ain't angels, we ain't lost. We just live with what it costs. River baptized, neon glow. Same soul wherever we go. Delta Saints, Barstool Center. Preacher's truck in a parking lot. Bartenders counting what Grace forgot. A steel guitar cries like it knows everybody's got a heavy load.
Wedding rings and broken glass, long prayers that didn't last. Truth walks in, nobody hides. It just sits down and orders wide.
We ain't holy, we ain't damned. We just doing the best we can. We're Delta Saints and Barstool Sinners. We burn slow, we ain't no sprinters. We confess to the midnight air, find forgiveness somewhere in there. We ain't perfect, we ain't through. We just trying to make it true. River deep and hearts grow thin. We fall down, but we get back in. saints, Barstool sinners. Grace was easy, it wouldn't cost. If faith was simple, it wouldn't get lost. But mercy don't ask where you've been, it just pulls up a chair and lets you in. We're Delta saints and Barstool sinners, late night prayers and early risers. We carry heaven in calloused hands, we fight the dark where we stand. River wide, but love runs deeper. We ain't quitters, we believers. Neon lights and stained glass glow, same blood in both we know. Delta saints, Barstool sinners. Same soul, different lighting.
I can blame the whiskey, I can blame the crowd, blame the way this town gets too quiet and too loud. I can blame my father, blame my stubborn pride, blame every closed door I never tried. But the most honest thing I ever did was stop running from what I hear. The most honest thing I ever said was I ain't as strong as I pretend. Ain't bulletproof, ain't 10 feet tall. I just talk big when I feel small. Truth don't shout, it barely sings. But the most honest thing is admitting things. I wore confidence like armor plate, called it destiny, called it fate. Every loss I dressed in pride, every crack I let it slide. You can fool a room, you can fool a bar, you can't fool who you really are. It ain't weakness, it ain't shame, it's just calling your own name. The most honest thing I ever said was I'm tired of living in my own head, tired of winning every fight, tired of being right. I ain't a legend, I ain't a king, I'm just a man trying to mean something. Yeah, the most honest thing. No spotlight, no disguise, no sermon in my eyes. Just a cracked voice at closing time, finally drawing a straight line between who I was and who I am. The most honest thing I ever never did was let the silence finish what I hid. Let the pride fall off my back, let the truth cut clean through that. I ain't perfect, I ain't done, but I don't hide from what I've become. The most honest thing, the most honest thing was telling the truth. About me. Truth don't need applause, it just needs air. Bartender slid it down the rail, didn't even ask, he knows the tale. Same old glass, same old burn, same old lesson I never learned. Ice cubes crack like a warning bell. First one tastes like heaven, second like hell. I told myself just one night that life fits me just right. I ain't blaming the bar, I ain't blaming the band, I ain't blaming the weight of this world in my hand. Yeah, I'm hitting the bottle again, but not for long. I ain't drowning in it, I'm just passing through the song. I can feel that old edge trying to pull me down, but I seen that movie, I know how it ends now. Yeah, I'm hitting the bottle again, but not for long. Used to drink till the lights came on, till the preacher's voice sounded gone. Used to call that freedom, man, now I call it quicksand. Every glass got a mirror view, shows the worst and the best of you. I ain't scared of the burn no more, I'm scared of what it's for. It ain't weakness, it ain't shame, it's just knowing the name of the flame. Yeah, I'm hitting the bottle again, but not for long. I ain't building a home in it, just passing through the song. I've been lower than the label says, higher than the truth, but I ain't losing everything just to numb a little proof. Yeah, I'm hitting the bottle again, but not for long. Quitting life, quitting escape, ain't killing the pain, just breaking the shape of a habit that talks like it's my best friend, but I don't need it to stand again. Yeah, I'm hitting the bottle again, but not for long. I ain't chasing ghosts. They rolled in quiet on a Tuesday night, strung up heaven with borrowed lights. Ferris wheel turning over broken ground. town. Cotton candy promises in the air, mirrors bending truth somewhere. You can win big if you played it right, lose your soul for a neon night. Every game looks easy till you pay the cost. Every bright light shining ain't what you thought. Carnival lights and county lines, one fades fast, one holds the line, one says you're somebody tonight, one says son, you'll be alright. Spotlight spin, home stay still, one's a thrill, one's a will. You can chase the glow that blinds, or walk them county lines. I've seen boys trade their real names for bigger stages, louder fame. Watched applause turn paper thin, watched the mirror cave them in, till the world's praise and doubt ring the bell and cash it out. But when the trucks all pull away, you're alone at break of day. Every crowd loves heroes till they fall. Every town remembers after all. Carnival lights and county lines, one burns out, one stays the tide, one shouts loud through borrowed smoke, one speaks soft but never broke. Glitter fades when morning shines, but dirt roads don't unwind. You can live for flashing signs, I'll stand on county lines. Carnival lights, they rolling fast, they roll out faster. County lights don't move. They rolling fast, they roll out faster. County lines don't move. I built a cell out of what they said. Every day living rent-free in my head. Concrete walls made out of pride. Locked myself up from the inside. Had to keep the whole damn time. Buried deep under fear and rhyme. Called it caution, called it fate. Truth was I just couldn't escape. Ain't no warden, ain't no guard, just a man behind his own bars. I'm out of jail, free in my mind. Cut them chains I used to hide behind. Door swing wide, I cross that line. Ain't no fence where I stand tonight. I did my time and yesterday, paid my dues and doubt and shame. Now I walk, ain't looking back, ain't nobody keeping track. I'm out of jail, free in my mind. Used to wait for someone else to hand me grace off a dusty shelf. Blame the system, blame the past. Blamed every bridge I burned too fast. But freedom don't knock twice. It whispers once and rolls like dice. You either stand or you stay down. Either swim or you let it drown. Ain't no judge, ain't no plea. Only sentence was me. I'm out of jail, free in my mind. Drop that weight I couldn't define. No more ghosts in the review sign. No more living in rewind. Did my time and yesterday, paid my dues and doubt and blame. Now I stand where I belong. Didn't break, I got strong. I'm out of jail, free in my mind. Hey, ain't no chains on me. Hey, set myself free. Hey, no more lock and key. Hey, it was always me. I'm out of jail, free in my mind. No more bars I built inside. No more sentence, no more sign. No more fear dressed up like pride. I ain't running, I ain't run, I ain't blind, I ain't looking for a sign. If I fall, I follow bright. I'm out of jail. Freedom ain't a courtroom, it's a decision.
River bends where the blackbirds fly, but hold secrets it don't deny.
Cypress knees in a crooked room. Ear hangs heavy in late June.
You can run where the highways shine, chase that glitter line by line.
But truth don't live on neon top. creeks where the levee drops.
Down where the roots grow sideways, down where the silence swallows sounds.
Deep in the bottoms, where the water moves slow, where the lost things settle and the real things grow.
Deep in the bottoms, no spotlight glow, duster of mercy and a hard day low.
If you wanna find me,
You already know.
I'll be deep
In the bottoms, porch light flickers, frogs in time, screen door creaks like an old hymn ride. Every scar's got a place to sit, every wrong's got a way through it. She thinks sauce behind the line, you don't have to outrun the night. I answer back, I don't have to win the fight.
down where the pride breaks easy,
Down where the river don't judge. Deep in the bottom, where the water moves slow, where the noise fades quiet and the heart to show. Deep in the bottoms, where the red clay holds, you don't need a crown, just a backbone soul.
if you're tired of the show, let it go.
Come on down to the bottom. Water don't hurt, neither do I.
Things are loud when homes are stand,
You can drown in a pause.
where you can kneel in the rain. Down here in the bottom,
'Cause we don't measure by me.
deep in the bottom,
Where the river forgives
where the strong men break,
and the broken men live. Deep in the bottoms,
no glitter, no gold.
just a wide open sky and a dirt road rose.
If it ever feel hollow, we know where to go.
Down deep in the bottom. Water don't hurt, neither do
There's a fine line running through my name, between a calling and a craving for fame. One feeds the fire, one feeds the pride, one lifts you up, one swells inside. I've stood on stages feeling 10 feet tall, then drove home wondering what it's for. Applause fades quicker than gasoline, truth burns slower, burns clean.
One says look at me, one says stand firm, one says take the crown, one says learn. There's lines between fake and flame. One builds you up, one feeds the flame. There's lines between faith and fame. One builds you up, one feeds the flame. One's about light, one's about shine, one's about purpose, one's about mine. I've walked them both in the midnight rain, felt the rush and felt the drain. It ain't wrong to rise and climb, just don't lose the line between faith and fame. Between faith and fame. It's easy to preach when the crowd agrees, harder when you're on your knees. Easy to shout when the lights are bright, hard to whisper in the quiet night. Fame's a mirror that loves your face, face a mirror that shows your place. One wants numbers, charts, and praise. One wants truth in ordinary days. And one says more, one says enough, one says loud, one says tough. There's lines between faith and fame. One's a torch, one's a flame. One burns high, but don't stay lit. One glows steady, won't quit. I've chased the high, I've felt the fall. I've had my back against that wall. It ain't wrong to stake your claim, just don't cross that line between faith and fame. For the truth, it sticks to the ground. If I live it for the crowd, it won't last long. If I live it for the calling, it outlives the song. There's lines between faith and fame. I've walked through both their flames. One leaves you empty in a room, one gives you breath when it's gone too soon. I ain't perfect, I ain't tame, but I know that line by name. I'll stand right here in the rain between faith and fame. Shine faith, light stay.
Bar lights buzzing softer now, chairs stacked up, don't know how. Same old room, but something's changed. Ain't the walls, it's a name. I used to need a noise to rise, used to measure by their eyes. Now the silence fits just fine. Guess I showed up right on time. I was late to understanding, late to letting go, late to quit demanding what I didn't need to know. But I'm right on time for the quiet, right on time for the truth. I ain't racing any clocks, I ain't running after youth. I'm right on time, right on time. Used to chase that flashing sign, used to cross that county line, looking for a louder wind, looking for a bigger grin. But every mile led me here, back to something real and clear. Ain't no crowd to redefine, just breathing wood and time. I was late to being honest, late to standing still, late to drop the armor, late to trust the will. But I'm right on time for the steady, right on time for the plane. Ain't no spotlight on my name, still I'm I'm standing just the same. I'm right on time. Right on time. Sometimes you think you missed it, but maybe you were just being shaped for it. Maybe timing ain't about early or late, maybe it's about ready. I was late to understand it, late to let it be, late to see the only race was always me. But I'm right on time for the mercy, right on time for the light. If it took this long to get here, then I'm right on time. Oh, no applause, no echo, just right on time.
Ball lights buzzing softer now. Chairs stacked up, don't know how. Same old room, but something's changed. Ain't the walls, it's the name. I used to need the noise to rise. Used to measure by their eyes. Now the silence fits just fine. Guess I showed up right on time. I was late to understand it, late to letting go, late to quit demanding what I didn't need to know. But I'm right on time for the quiet, right on time for the truth. I ain't racing any clocks, I ain't running after you. That flashing sign, he used to cross that county line, looking for a louder wind, looking for a bigger grin. But every mile led me here, back to something real and clear. Ain't no crowd to redefine, just breathing wood and time. Late to standing still, late to drive the armor, late to trust the wheel. But I'm right on time for the steady, right on time for the light. Ain't no spotlight on my name, still I'm standing just the same. I'm right on time. Sometimes you think you missed it, but maybe you were just being shaped for it. Maybe timing ain't about early or late. Maybe it's about ready.
They don't carve your name in neon for standing your ground. They don't print the quiet victories that don't make a sound. They cheer the fall, they chase the flame, but legends ain't built on applause or fame. I've seen men louder than thunder disappear by June. Seen quiet ones keep walking long after the tune. It ain't about the spotlight or the size of the room. It's about what stands when the lights go tune. You don't earn it with a crown, you earn it when you don't back down. Living legends ain't statues in stone, they're flesh and bone, still walking home, still paying dues, still telling the truth when it costs more than they choose. Living legends don't shout their name, they just show up again and again. You can chase forever, or you can stand still. You can bend for applause, or bend a will. I've been both, I've known that line between borrowed glory and something divine. Legend ain't a headline, legend ain't a trend. Legend's what's left standing when the noise comes to an end. Not perfect, not clean, just honest and sane. Living legends ain't above the fall, they just get up after it all, still carrying weight, still paying the toll, still guarding the fire inside their soul. Living legends ain't loud at last call, they're the ones still standing when the bar lights come on. Living legends don't retire, they endure. Enduring is louder than fame.